Well, if it makes you feel any better, I had recommend
Hello.
Hey, Coach, can you hear us okay?
Yep, now I can.
Great. If you'd like to start with any opening comments, otherwise we can go to questions.
Proud of our team. I thought we won a lot of the categories we had talked about coming in, as far as some toughness things, rebounding. Held them to 0 second chance points, held them to 18 points in the paint. So overall, I'm proud of the team for a really good effort, and obviously a great fourth quarter that they stayed locked in and got a big win.
Thank you. We'll go to questions now. We'll go to Kent Youngblood first.
Yeah, they were 0 for 5 with 2 turnovers in the last 3.5 minutes after the game was tied, coming out of a timeout. I mean, what did you talk about there? And just talk about the execution, I guess, particularly on defense down the stretch.
We talked about, that's all we've really talked about since we got back from the East Coast, was being the tougher team, locking in defensively, just doing everything you can every possession to impose your will on the possession. And so, it held true through the end. We were as I said, I thought we were aggressive. I thought we, locked in at the end there, especially on Hy-Vee. I thought she played well, had a great game, but at the end there, you were able to make her take some tough shots and ultimately get the win. So I just, it held true. The things we've really focused on since we got back from the East Coast in the last few days, and proud of the team for really executing the game plan.
Go ahead, Kent. You follow up.
You talked about that the other day. I mean, that coming back from the East Coast, you basically worked on defense in the 2 practices leading up to this game, didn't you?
It's pretty much all we did. I mean, that's all we did Monday. Tuesday, we did a little more work in transition as far as offense, but we really focused on it. And it's something we've focused on a lot throughout the year, but it's just something, we knew coming in this homestand would be a big focus after, a couple tough nights out east. So yeah, definitely happy that the squad carried it over.
We'll go to Tony Lyra with the next question.
Sara was kind of asked to facilitate more today. And she only had 0 turnovers and I think like 8 assists. So how would you rate her play today?
I thought Sara, I thought she played a really good game. Obviously we think of her as a scorer, shooter, but her line was really good. Great floor game, obviously. 11, 8, and 7, no turnovers, as you mentioned, 3 really big steals as well. And then at the end there, that last, I think 2 to 3 minutes, we put her on Hy-Vee. Thought she, just her strength, been in this league now for 2 years, her length, was able to make Hy-Vee take some tough shots down the stretch. One in particular, driving right, where, Sara just did a great job of sticking with it, beating her to the spot and just walling up, which ended in a miss for Hy-Vee. So proud of the way she, played just, in general today, and had some really big, assists and big minutes for us.
John, did you have a question?
You were missing your starting point guard. You only had 7 turnovers. You had 18 assists. I would imagine you're pretty happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a great number to have. To be more than a 2-to-1 as a team, and got a few, it seemed, from everybody. Katie gets 4 in 9 minutes off the bench. So we had some guys really contribute, really do some good things. As you said, Sara ends with 8. Really good. Like you said, anytime our goal was, coming in the game is, less than 14 turnovers, and we only have 7. So when we're able to get attempts and you shoot it the way we shot it tonight, 45%, usually good things happen for you.
Kent, did you have another question?
Yeah. So you're without Powell, and Sissoko is battling foul trouble all night long. I mean, I don't even think she's in the 3rd quarter, and Sara isn't scoring the way she usually does, and yet you got 9 people who scored. I think you had a different person lead you in scoring in every quarter. Just talk about the kind of contributions you got from up and down the roster tonight.
Yeah, I thought we stayed poised through all that. And, Katie comes in, hits a big 3. Caroline gets a loose ball, makes a big basket. Clark has a career high in points. She has 14 points in 11 minutes. So everybody who came in did something really good. Maybe the stretch that Laura had with, some offensive rebounds and hustle plays was huge for us. She really stemmed the tide for us while Caddy was in foul trouble. And, once we got her back in the fourth, got Caddy back in the fourth, she's able to settle in and, do what she does. But I thought Laura did a great job off the bench, just with hustle plays, with 5 rebounds, 2 offensive, a couple of just huge plays in the third quarter. So there's no question our bench was huge. Diva Hubbard is just out there battling for us, goes 3 for 4 from 3 and 5 rebounds. So just a really, really good win for us. A really tough team win.
Go back to Tony.
How big is a win like this heading into March and the Big Ten tournament only 2 weeks away for your momentum, I guess?
Yeah, I think, at this point we talked about, every opportunity we get just to seize the moment and, take advantage of the time we have every day together to get better. And so it's big. It's another home win where we struggled early on in the season. Gives us a lot of confidence going into this weekend against a really good Michigan team. And, we hit the road for one more and then we'll go to the Big Ten tournament. But there's no question this was just a great team win for us.
Got time for a couple more for Coach. John, did you have another one?
You said the last time you beat Nebraska was a signature win. I'm wondering if this is another. You're without Powell. They had Bourne back, and you really did a good job defensively on her. Do you feel that like this is the same kind of win for your team?
Yeah. Great win. This is, a really good team, team that, coming in has 9 conference wins. So, a team who's, on the bubble, they're, very well coached, got a lot of really talented players. So there's no question, probably our home signature win, just the way we have bounced back from the road and the way we played in the fourth was just tremendous. So incredibly proud of the team.
Okay, we'll wrap it up there for Coach. And
I got one quick one, Coach.
Jeez, Kent. What do you got?
So Bourne came in as hot as could be, defending, reigning Big Ten Player of the Week. What were you able to do to kind of get her out of her rhythm?
I think, to start off, I think Caddy's length bothers people. I thought, Laura did a really good job. So we threw 3 different people at her too. And then Diva guarded her down the stretch. So I think giving her different looks, we worked, a lot where we switched and then brought a lot of help side. She tried to go post up. And I just think, I don't know, we were just tough tonight. We threw different matchups at her and we knew she was a big key. We knew that was going to be a really, really fun matchup to watch, was Bourne in Caddy. And, they were, they went at it, especially while Caddy was out there, but we were able to throw 3 different people at her. So no question, she's a talented kid and a really good player, but I thought we did a really good job on her.
Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thanks.
We'll have either Sara or Diva joining us next year. Sarah, can you hear us okay?
Yep.
We'll go ahead and go to questions. Kent, did you want to start us?
Sure. On a night when your shot isn't falling, how do you kind of get past the frustration and contribute in so many other areas?
Yeah, I think especially in this game, I just tried to lock in on the defensive end, and eventually my offense is going to come. So I just knew we had to get stops, especially at the end of the game, and that's what I just tried to do, especially because my shots weren't falling.
Go to John Shipley next.
Sarah, this is the most I've seen you handle the ball and particularly bring it up late against Hybe. You had no turnovers. How much of that part of your game do you feel like is progressing?
I think I'm just getting more comfortable with the ball in my hands more, especially this year. So I think that's a big thing I've just worked on is taking care of the ball, controlling it, and when I'm bringing it up, obviously making plays.
Back to Ken if you have another one.
The last 3.5 minutes, you held them to 0 for 5 shooting with 2 turnovers coming out of that timeout when the game was tied. What was the key to that defensive stand at the end?
Yeah, I think especially in the timeouts, big focus was just getting stops, and then we had the lead for majority of the fourth quarter. So once we got stops, we knew it was our game and we could win. So I think the whole team obviously locked in on defense, and it was a team effort.
John, did you have another one?
I could. Yeah, I'm sorry. Did you? Sorry. This is the best I've seen you play as a team. Yeah. Does it feel that way? Do you feel like this might be your team's best win so far?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think for sure our post stepped up this game. They, especially Clark, who was hitting our shots. Kayla had some good post moves there. And so I think that's what we really needed is just for our post to step up and like obviously Diva hit shots. So I think it was our whole team is just getting better individually and as a team.
Any other questions for Sara?
Just one. Coach said that you guys came back from the East Coast and she basically just spent 2 days working on defense. That was going to be the focus. Is it satisfying to see results when you guys work on something like that?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's what we need to just keep staying motivated throughout these last couple games is on the defensive end. And yeah, I mean, we held the team to our goal was under 65. So I think something like that. So I think that was a big accomplishment for us, and definitely we'll keep working on defense because it's showing.
Cindy, I saw you turned your camera on. Did you have a question? No, you're good. Anything else for Sara? Okay, thanks for joining us, Sara.
Thank you.
We'll have Diva Hubbard up in just a moment. Gadiva, can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. We'll go ahead and go to questions. Kent, did you want to start?
Yeah, Coach was talking about how you guys came back from the East Coast and she was determined you guys are gonna work on defense. And she said you spent all of Monday and much of Tuesday just on defense. I mean, obviously you guys got results out of that work, didn't you?
Could you repeat the last part? Like you were kind of going in and out.
Obviously you guys got the benefit of that work today. You showed progress there, don't you agree?
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. I honestly don't think we really worked on offense in the past couple of days because we know that we can score. We have really talented scorers. It's just the defensive end. And I think it really carried over into the game today. And that's another thing that we've been working on, carry over from practice.
Go to John.
Eva, I thought this was the best game I've seen you guys play. You were led at different times by different players. You didn't really rely on one person. A lot of people handled the ball. A lot of people guarded the key players. But what do you? How do you feel about just this game and the way you played?
Wow. I think everybody played amazing in this game. Like you said, we had different people doing different things. We had Sara at the point guard, we had Lex at the point guard, and then we had different people guarding Sam Hybe, number 4. And then I think there were times where I was on the 4. It was just everybody was doing different things, but it was working. Everybody was doing great in their positions, whatever position they were in. And it was just great to see. So this was definitely one of our best games.
Other questions for Diva?
Yeah. What does it say on a night when you're without Jazz and Caddy stay on the court for the first 3 quarters because of foul trouble, and Sara's not really hitting, and you guys still were able to win this game?
Well, that's when we have other people step up. Like I said, Lex Clark came in and had like a huge boost off the bench, which helped us a lot. So that's when we just rely on other people to step up, start scoring, and defend. Defending was really the key part in this game.
Any other questions for Gadiva? John?
Yeah, the one last one for me. So the coach has your attention on defense. Do you feel like this is going to be a focus for as you finish out the regular season and go into the tournament?
Oh yes, of course. The rest of the games that we have, I mean, they're all talented scorers, so we have to lock down on defense and key in on our goals that we have for each team going into each game. And I think that we can be able to pull those games out, especially going into the Big Ten tournament.
Anything else for Gadiva?
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Diva. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Good game.
Thanks everyone for being on the call. We'll have the recordings up on the virtual press box here in a little bit. Thank you.